every flame, I'd fight it through. No God, no fate, no wall of stone could ever keep me all alone.
Hello everybody, today we're playing with Cloud Midgar Mercenary. He's a 2-mana 2/1 in mono white with 2 white. Legendary creature Human Soldier Mercenary. With when Cloud enters, search your library for an equipment card, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle. And as long as Cloud is equipped, if an ability of Cloud or an equipment attached to it triggers, that ability triggers an additional time. So with Cloud, we have two main win conditions we want to play around. And due to the versatility of Brawl and their opponents, we're going to play around both. So, what are the two equipments we're going to be searching? There's technically three, but that depends on the matchup. If we have our setup, our enablers, which I'm going to explain a bit later, we're going to be fetching Colossus Hammer. It's a 1 mana that equipped creature gets a 10/10. We're going to have a way to cheat out the equip cost. But if we have that in our hand, we search for the Colossus Hammer. If not, the most likely card we're getting is Soul Stealer's Axe. The equipped creature has trample, and when equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, seek a card with mana equal to that damage. Most of the time, Cloud's going to be hitting for 2. We have quite a few 2-drops, and that's going to help us quite a bit with our interaction portion. So that's going to be the main card we're going to be searching for. If we're going to be predicting, we're going to have to raise a green deck. We have two options depending if we're going first or second. One is playing Sword of Fire and Ice. The advantage of this card is we get to draw a card, and we draw 2, and we can do 4 damage. It's quite useful as green has quite a little bit of small creatures, and we're able to deal with the board. If we just need to just bypass him, we go for Sword of Fire Forge and Frontier. The important one is we have protection from green, and this allows us to not only hit our opponent pretty hard, but we exile not only 2 cards, but 4 cards, and we get to play additional lands this turn. So we get to play the card and probably play an interaction spell or play another creature. So those are the options. Those are the 3 options we're going to play. What do we need to assemble? First, just getting the hammer and equipping is not good enough in Brawl. We're going to need to also trample. That's why I normally go for the Soul Stealer's Axe first, because we get to get card advantage, and if we can draw into our second enabler or a way to bounce Cloud or bring him back from the graveyard, then we can go for the hammer and go for the hammer axe combo, because just giving you a 10/10, opponent can just play any creature and just perma block us, and we're going to get nowhere. How are we going to discount our weapons? We have quite a few. We have two main ways. Number one is Sigarda's Aid. White has quite a few ways to search for auras, equipments, and enchantments, mainly the enchantments. So we're going to search for Sigarda's Aid. We play Sigarda's Aid and make sure we don't play the hammer if that's our route, because it's when we play the equipment we get to attach it for free. So we attach it on the creature we need. If we have the Soul Stealer Axe equipped on our creature, then we can attach the hammer afterward. Our other option is Kemba's Outfitter. How are we going to search for this creature? It's a creature that discounts either the equip cost or an equipment in our hand, so we can make cards like the Sword of Forge and Frontier cost 1. We're going to search these cards we have quite a few. We have Ranger Captain of Eos, which is going to search for the 1-drop. We also have Recruiter of the Guard that can search for it. We also have a Ranger of Eos that can also search for cards. 2 creature cards with mana value 1 or less. Those are some of the examples we can get. As for interaction, we're going to need quite a few. Especially with all these new commanders, they are extremely powerful, and we need to deal with them. If they stay on the board, we just lose the game. So that's where, especially in the 2-drops, we have them filled with interaction. Our 2-drops slot. We also have some reanimation effects, protection effects, and that really goes hand in hand with our Soul Stealer Axe, because we get to punch our opponent, and then after punching our opponent, we get to seek twice, and there's a high chance we siege an interaction spell. As how we're going to bypass, we have two options. We either equip on Cloud or equip on our secondary creatures. We have Season of Hollowblade that we can discard a card to give it indestructible because it has high power. With the trample, it becomes pretty difficult for the opponent to chump block. We also have the Guardian of the New Benalia, Swell with Adonto Vanguard, as for our good candidates to attach. Of course, we're going to need to clear the way for Cloud, so that's why we have also interaction in creature form with Skycliff Apparition, the hover ship, and we also have the Werefox Bodyguard. They're going to exile the small creature, so can Cloud just go in and hit for the damage. But usually we're going to go that route. I really like to pick the Sword of Fire and Ice, equip it, and start punching our opponent because Cloud now has three toughness. It becomes a bit more difficult to deal with, and if the opponent is, example, mono green, we just straight up bypass him with the Forge and Frontier. As for some mid and late game plans, we have Elspeth to give our creatures flying and also make tokens. We have Season of Burrow to bring Cloud back, or either a friend that has indestructible, a tutor, or we can bring back a removal spell that's in creature form, example, the Skycliff Apparition, and give it indestructible and destroy the target. And we have the Nitha. There is the Final Fantasy card that also benefits with equipment but costs 6 mana. That is when a creature attacks you, attach everything to that creature. It just tends to be a little bit too expensive. So our top end is just Anita. So we can bring back an equipment or aura, put it into this creature. So it's a way to not only get stuff back, but get that for free. As one of the reasons why we don't play that many heavy into equipment, the problem with equipment is we want to get the sweet spot where we have enough with Cloud to give us options. That's the advantage. We don't have to play heavy on the equipment. It's just we have pretty much picking him as more of a toolbox commander where we have the equipment for the scenario we need it. We need a race, we can go for a lifesteal weapon. We need to bypass and get more value. We have our swords and also the axe if the opponent, we can deal with the creatures on board. And if we have ways to discount, we can just straight up win with the Colossus Hammer. Let's see how we do with Cloud Midgar Mercenary. Say turn 1 thought saves without unlimited, probably. Any of these is okay. Of course, he wants to hit Kemba most likely. I think with Solitude for him is not bad. If Kemba gets discarded, we go for another play. It happens, I mean. You have days like that. Sonic has everything they need in a second. Alright, into this, I think we're not gonna play that. I would like to play the sword. I'd like to seek here. Seeking is good. Try to get some card advantage. Just play safe here. There's an alternate plan. Fortunately, we have ways to deal with this commander, so... Sure. That's pretty slow for them. I'm gonna go this. If the opponent wants to spend a cut down for it, I'm fine. I still have Solitude. Okay. Alright, we have many sources for Solitude. We are Solituding him next turn. I believe, discarding Apparition is fine. I could go for a Gradient Line to wait with Parting Gust. I can deal with our commander. No problem. Okay, discard a card. It's gonna be a land. We have Nalia. Keep getting value. We discarded 2 cards. We have the Soul Stealer. Okay. You can feel the Benalia. We need lands, no worries, we have the fetch lane. Alright, let's play the Adanto. Have a board. We have 2 ways to protect ourselves from indestructible. Deluge is still a play. Sacrifices 1, okay. Yeah, I'll pay 3. Alright, I can destroy this to be annoying. What else can I do? I like getting more lands. Oh, I like you. Play the invasion. If he has a board wipe, well, play it and keep pressuring. I do want this land, so I'm fine with you. Here you go. We have many ways to bring back our creatures. Pay 3. Enchantment. Do I discard a card? Yes. Probably gonna be the runes. And we can bring you back. Discarding a card for me is whatever at this point. You are gonna go here because we need a scale. Keep hitting. Okay. Play you tapped. The other creature here. Let's keep going. Thank you. We have a clever play we can do with the bodyguard to get Cloud. Okay. With you. And we got there. It wasn't the hammer form, but the power of the Soul Stealer axe. We have interaction, and we gave Cloud the ability to seek twice, and we just got more than enough cards, which protected the Benalia. Also, as Season Hallowblade, we can constantly be discarding cards. And we even play the Solitude, pitching a card. So we had more cards than our opponent. GG's. Is decent. Play with it. To be fair, do I play sword here? I'd love to play you, but you're gonna get chump blocked to oblivion. I gotta play a sword. I was trying to hammer, but I don't think we have the time. Hope he taps out. I'm willing to hit here, but I'm not winning anything if I do that. Where do I hit the bird? I think I hit the Matadork. Alright, we drew a land. Hit you. And hit you. Yeah, that's why we take the sword. I was thinking hammer time, but they can perma block us. And that's the value of the sword. Especially with Cloud, we get to hit them twice, start removing their creature, we had a way to protect. The only thing we didn't have good is transformation spell. That's why we have cards like Ephemerate to deal with that. And Ephemerate works pretty well with the card of the GG's. This is very slow. I don't think we can. Oh, too many land. What are we getting? Are we getting the flyer? I'm trying to beat him that way. I like the hammer, but I don't know. We have the ephemerate. Alright, let's try this. I want all lands, but no. Makes the land not a bad draw. Keep anything else, land would be terrible. It hits here. I think I will trade. I can get recommission. I can get my second, and I deal with a blocker. Need 5 mana, unfortunately. He has enough for his guy. I didn't injure removal, but gotta work with what we have. We can destroy that. That's actually not bad. I'm okay with this. I get in my extra land. I can do... Do I ephemerate here? What am I getting? I would like to get... I do lose 1 power, but I don't mind. I want to deal with you. I can do 4, so I like the sword. Yep. Decline. Thanks to Boseiju. Now double hit here. Go face. You can also axe with the Fortune you. It's not bad. Yep. It gets there. $11. Alright. 2 cards. Are they big cards? That's good for us. Next turn we can do significant amount of damage. Okay, a creature. Not a fan. So I do unfortune you. And we have enough to pay for 3. Hit you. 14. We can do 15. We can force lethal here. Let's give him trample. We have to. Go. Wait, that's lethal. Why did you do that? Opponent forgot. I had double triggers. Alright, opponent was too greedy. GG's. And that's the advantage of the hammer. Even though the opponent had a way to deal with it, with both Sager, we have a couple of ways to bring the equipment back, and we have other backups. I do like the sword. There is an argument to run the Gruul one to bypass their creatures into certain matchups. You can run the other swords, but I do like the Sword of Fire Ice, even into most stuff, because we get to destroy their mana dorks, we get to draw cards, hopefully draw removal spells, more lands, and we have the flicker effect, so we can get our other ways to getting tramples. White is really bad at getting trample, other than equipment. So Cloud can help us get our other side. GG's. Alright, into the hand's pretty simple. Removal. Yep. Nothing else matters into this matchup. And we're gonna do this. Do I deal with this now? He has a way to deal with Tifa, so yeah, sure. Gotta prison this. That thing's gonna deal with our enchantment later. Goes for greedy Tifa, we punish it. He wants to wait 2 turns, fine. Right now we just have to scale. And hopefully we're gonna Soul Stealer our Cloud. We're gonna try to do that and get enough resources to fight back. He can't get his guy back, but it's gonna take him quite a bit of turns. Alright. He has more enchantment removal, so be it. I can technically play you and start equipping you instead, but I do want the value from Cloud. But he does have interaction for that. I think I play you then. Interesting if he goes for the hit here. Okay. Does have a decent blocker. Oh, really? Oh, cancel. Let's go blocks here. I think I am dealing with you. That's a weird play from the opponent. They do get the card. Okay, deal with Tifa. We have to... What do we do? I need removal here. What's a 1 minute removal that... But the only one I had is in my graveyard. Try to get ossification. I think we try to get ossification here. We can seek, give a trample. I don't see any other play. I don't have a 1. Not thinking of. Wants to block, I'll take it. I don't even have time for range reviews, most likely. Right? It's too late. But we have instant speed, so. Can deal with Tifa, but he's at the point he can protect very easily. Get Tifa back. Problem he has a lot of mana to protect. Her hopes up. Okay, that's really good for us. Gives us a shot here. That's the problem with Idolic Tutor is if we're behind, it's very slow. That's a weird hit. It would have been a good block. This looks like they have most likely... protection spell. I will go for this hit. This doesn't do much on defense. See, we can seek. Okay, Extractor Specialist. Guess you at this point, really not much we can do. Make him have it! They have 2 cards, very likely. Do it, Tifa. Buys us a turn. If not, if it's a pump spell, that's a protection. That also helps us as well. Okay. What is he getting for 1? Can repay it, but we have a way to deal with that next. If we're getting something, I believe it's gonna be the Gruul Sword. Able to start getting some belly back. But they have more than enough to just constantly pay Tifa. Yeah, the fight spell's not bad. You can Distraction Specialist. Problem is they have the Reclaimer to search for a land. It enters tapped. The Oracle can get him 2 lands, so yeah, Tifa on taps is very scary for us. You can get the legendary one that gives expert. Oh, it's a basic. Interesting. Because there's the land that gives a creature, a legendary creature, hexproof. The charm is annoying. What do we do here? I like to go for the hit. If I go here on Cloud, are we dead? Can we afford that? If we get another land and we can seek, we can get some good cards. But if we could just go here enchantment, he's gonna run into the same problem next turn. I'm gonna go for this. Put it on Cloud. I'm going double hits here. I think we're discarding the Ranger of Eos, most likely, or the Extraction. I'm okay with this. What do I give up? If I give up you... What do you get? The Indestructible Creature is not bad. What else? The equipment if I want something for Cloud. This can give me... Thank you. Could be wrong. Okay, let's see. Okay, removal. Huge. I think I am going to get my value here. I'm gonna Solitude. I think you're going out. Deal with Tifa. Can't just let that creature untap. That's just the rules. And very importantly, it's not an enchantment. Sure. It happened. It's not the end of the world. If he goes on offense, we can do that. Okay, with Tifa. It's annoying, we gotta be annoying back. Oh, I do like you. We can go you, what are we searching for? I would like to search for... We have remove for Tifa, that would be great. What is an artifact? There's the 2 here, we can go to 4. I really would like hammer, but we can get the hammer, we can get the flyer. Try to get value that way. Forge Anew is good as well. Yeah, let's get Forge Anew. Forgot about you. Okay. Oh, I forgot. Man, I forgot about a couple cards here. I don't get good hits. Oh, he exiled it. No, I should have done something else. Oh, that can lose me the game. That can lose me the game. Oh boy. I'm okay with that. Yep. Do I care for these dying? Oh man. Alright, I've made so many mistakes. I saw Forging You, and I don't have an equipment in my graveyard. I can go Hammer, though. That's not the end of the world. I can also Flayer to sacrifice the Annex. He wants to go for an OTK. You fight. It doesn't have the HP for that. Is that instant? Yes. There's the second land. Whenever he does it at instant speed. And we many silly mistakes. I'm actually okay with this. Yeah, sure. I was worried about that last turn. How much is that? 5. I have a 2 here. I can get the prison here. And we can do the hit next turn. Or we go Cloud. We get our hammer. We get the equipment. A Flare. We're not protected to Flare. Oh. Okay. I think at this point we have to go for the risky plays. Can't pay the 2 here, so let's equip. If he has it, he has it. You can raise him. Alright, okay. We got him. In spite of the big mistake we made with the Forginu, it ended up being okay. But it's how you deal with Tifa. It's extremely difficult, especially if you don't have the great early game, but that's why we have so much interaction. Because you absolutely need him. And the value of the Fortune. Even though we made the massive mistake, I forgot this thing got exiled. It has the other ability to pay 0, so even though we just send Cloud on offense, they block it. We can recast them, get the hammer, equip the hammer for free, and because we already have a source of trample, we can equip that on Cloud, and we have a 12/12, making it even for Tifa a little bit difficult to block. We had worst case scenario. It's very unlikely we die next turn. We had the Flayer. Flayer has the cost until end of turn. Your life can be changed, so we can do that if we need to race them. In the example, they have a massive creature that can block. We can go that route. GG's. For the post-game round with Cloud, Midgar Mercenary. There's an interesting commander. I like it quite a bit because many times you really do get to do the combo with the hammer and the axe. These two tend to work very well together, especially with Cloud. You get to seek cards, and then you get to punch your opponent quite heavily. And works very well with the swords, because the swords have the effect to draw cards, get an extra effect, and also go through tough blockers. As for disadvantages with Cloud is you really just need interaction. That's just a problem, not necessarily with Cloud, just mono white. You need quite heavy interaction, especially in this meta. They're very, very scary creatures and commanders you have to deal with, where even though you play a creature and give it a 10/10, it's just not fast enough. You will lose into many matchups, so you have to deal with their stuff and then go for your game plan. Fortunately, this is a deck that has quite a bit of sticking power. If you're able to give any sort of evasion or protection to Cloud and any of these swords, you will outvalue your opponent. They just cannot keep up. And you're going to eventually draw your interaction spell, especially with the Soul Stealer Axe. and you're able to just trade 1-for-1 in resources and just outright beat them. As for worst matchups with Cloud, just be removal tribal is not that great. You have creatures that can protect, but there is quite a few in the deck, but it's still sometimes just not enough. The opponent, if their entire library is just full removal spells and they had a turn 1 interaction, it becomes very difficult for a deck like this to function. But into the other matchups, we do have quite a bit of game. Green, which is quite prevalent, we have ways to deal with our elves early. We have ways to bypass their creatures and win that way. We have also cards that gain advantage and deals with the opponents. Especially Tifa's pretty popular. And we have other small commanders that are quite strong. We're able to outrace them quite a bit. And the combo with combos is quite interesting, where you can discount permanently the Colossus, and you have also ways to bring it back with Forge Anew. And even if you don't have a card in your graveyard, making it cost 0 means that not only the Colossus Hammer becomes just free to cast, also your swords in the battlefield. You can re-equip them on any creature you want. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe. Comment below which were your favorite commanders from this set. Thanks for watching.